So I spend a lot of my time arguing with myself as I try and figure out what the best way to do things is. And in the past, I've said I'm kind of against glamping structures. I'm against them because they're temporary. But if I would like to increase the population that can be here rather quickly, cost per sleeping area is very low. And I can think of some reasons to have glamping structures. And that is because, for example, if I'm going to build a new area and I want to hire people who are working full-time on that area and develop teams that build an entire neighborhood, then I would come in and surround the building areas with glamping sites and build glamping business. And what I could do is not standardize on one type of glamping structure, but I could get examples of glamping structures from all over North America to support those businesses and to see what kind of relationship we can have with those businesses, and have people who stay be posting that structure on their social media site. I could even have a glamping exhibition, and there'd be rentable spots, and people could also stay in town and drive in for the day. And we would have examples of taking that structure down and putting it up repeatedly, so people could actually experience what it is like to own that glamping structure. So the structure itself would be getting promoted and would also be useful longer term. We could take them down during the rainy season, or we could, put up large tarps, because, I thought about buying like huge tarps and then putting those up in a way with cables so that we could put glamping structures under them, or people could come with their own housing, their own tents and stuff. That seems like I could pretty easily make an argument that glamping would support itself pretty quickly. And I'm not really in the idea of making a hotel business, but that would rapidly allow me to develop certain parts of the land to provide that, while I'm then replacing those with more permanent structures. So I'm starting to like the idea. The next steps on that would be to catalog every single glamping structure available. I want them made on this continent. I don't want them made in China. They make tons of them. You can look them up on, like Alibaba and AliExpress. And there's lots of stuff that seems cheaper from China, but I want to support local industry. In this case, I'm talking about a whole continent. And that would really let us test them and see how they do. Each one we would track it individually, and we would track how much time it had getting solar exposure. We would test them in the rain, see how they do in harsh rains. So I think I'm convincing myself that I should do that as a first step. I mean, I have some structures now. I need to clean those up and finish a couple of them. But, and those tents could have real beds in them and stuff. And so, yeah, I think that's a plan to make.